Hey everyone, in today's episode of Star Wars Lore is about the IG-227 Hailfire class Droid Tank. The IG-227 Hailfire class Droid Tank, or just the Hailfire or Hailfire Tank, which as I will refer to it for the rest of this video, was actually quite a mainstay of the intergalactic banking clan's collections and security divisions for quite some time before it actually made its battlefield debut on Geonosis at the start of the Clone Wars. Now, during the opening of the Battle of the Clone Wars, the Hailfire Droid Tank was an explosive success, mowing down swaths of clone troopers and blowing apart ATTEs with a single rocket. From its single sinister glowing red eye to its explosive speed and devastating weaponry, the Hailfire droid continued Horde Engineering's philosophy of giving weapons of war feral, animalistic qualities. Only an organization as monolithic and powerful as the IGBC, or Intergalactic Banking Clan, could get away with the uses it put the Hailfire tank to, namely protecting its interests by aggressively guarding its physical assets and personnel, as well as backing up forcible debt collection and repossessions. Despite criticism in the Senate, the banking clan was too rich, powerful, and well connected for any complaints to get past their highly paid lawyers. Even when a shipment of 144 Hailfire tanks were intercepted on their way to Praesitlin, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that planet's name right, Praesitlin, which was a separatist world, shortly before the Battle of Geonosis, the IGBC were able to pass it off as stolen property that they were now grateful to be able to account for. As with other projects, when Horde Engineering were contracted to create what became the Hailfire droid, they turned to their partners at Bactoid Armor Workshop for some assistance. Certain components from Bactoid's Vulture-class droid Starfighter, which was another co-production, made their way into the Hailfire class, giving a familiar look to the relatively small cockpit-like command module. This armoured module contained the integrated droid brain, which was simple but self-aware. It used a single basic photoreceptor to scan its surroundings, but its targets and its route through the battlefield were programmed, monitored and altered as required from a central droid computer. Individual Hailfire droids could negotiate obstacles and defend themselves to a degree, but only until orders came from Central Command. Hailfire class tank droids rolled into battle at a respectable 45 km an hour on two tracked hoop-like wheels mounted either side of the low-slung command module. The wheels, pitched inward at the bottom but able to flex according to terrain, were powered by independent mag pulse drives. This allowed the droid to start, stop, and turn astonishingly quickly. Speed and maneuverability were the only shields the droid had, and it made the most of them where possible. On either side of the command module were the mounts for the weapon pods, and the standard load was 2 pods, each with 15 ground-to-air or ground-to-ground missiles. The lightly armoured droid had an underslung retractable laser cannon for non-armoured targets, and the Battle of Geonosis would show, if all, that was enough. Despite the presence in the stargazing hive of hundreds of thousands of battle droids, the prospective members of the Confederacy of Independent Systems brought significant droid forces with them. These swelled the numbers of units guarding the meeting and key installations around the hive, including the huge cannons designed to bring down orbiting spacecraft. Amongst the additional droid forces were a large number of Hailfire tanks. These had already been supplied to a number of planets and systems that had declared for the Separatist cause, but at that stage only those with direct IGBC connections. As a result, and through its duties with the IGBC Collections and Security Division, the Hailfire had seen limited action. Soon afterwards, the Battle of Geonosis erupted on the desert plains around the Stargazian hive. The Hailfire droids duly rolled into action, their missiles streaking off to wipe out whole platoons of clone troops. Though the Republic's forces had been trained to deal with the tank droid, the machine still managed to destroy or cripple many ATTE walkers and even knock down some of the Lat-I gunships. However, the Lat-I's air superiority quickly began to tell as Hailfires were targeted as a priority and torn apart. The droid tanks proved particularly vulnerable while retreating for reloads, and their blasters were not hugely efficient against the massed ranks of clone troops. In the weeks that followed, the Separatists suspended the Hailfire from active duty until the advent of the refresh droid that could reload it during combat. And the Hailfire droids moved quickly to pre-programmed coordinates, though these could be quickly updated from the central command computer. The droids are programmed to stop to reassess their surroundings should they encounter any unexpected conditions on their route. And during combat, this led to an erratic stop-start appearance to their movement, not helped by the fact that the Magpulse drives could accelerate the tank to its maximum speed alarmingly quickly. The Hailfire droid proved to be remarkably vulnerable to clone infantry despite its underslung laser cannon. Entire squads of B-2 battle droids had to be assigned to cover the Hailfires in open battle. Considering their impact on the Republic's ground vehicles, though, the investment was deemed worthwhile. And there you have it, that is the IG-227 Hailfire class droid tank as seen during Star Wars Attack of the Clones, to the end of the movie at the start of the Clone Wars on Geonosis. So if you like the video, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment or two with your thoughts on the video if you feel so inclined. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Catch you later.